Welcome back to your favorite channel. It's your boy Pelican Bay K9s, giving it to my brothers and my sisters the way I always do, fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. You know, here in America, we pretty much know this country is under a microscope. Excuse me. This country is under a microscope. When I say a microscope, everybody got cameras at their house. Everybody got ring doorbells. The traffic lights got cameras. Cameras are everywhere. You know, on these articles today, man, we got folk who was arrested for throwing a dog in a trash dumpster. You know, and he was caught on camera. So I'm gonna give y'all brothers that, and like I said, man, no matter when you think somebody not looking, it seems to be always somebody looking. You know what I'm saying? Seems to be always somebody looking. HGC or the cable company rather, they just came and put some new cable lines and all kind of stuff on an odd part of the property back there. You know, it's not my property, but it's going past my property. You know, you can expect cameras anywhere. You can expect cameras anywhere. So at the end of the day, man, like I always say, he take care of these dogs. What's done in the dark will come to the light. When it comes to these cameras that is placed all across this country, man. And it's just sad that you couldn't go give the Chihuahua away to somebody, I'm quite sure, or just take it to the shelter. Why would you go throw it in the trash can? I mean, worst come to worst. Worst the worst. Let the dog run loose. Take the dog straight. You still in trouble for that. But I'm talking about throwing the dog in a trash can. Come on, man. Brothers and sisters deserve exactly what they get when they do stuff like this. So let's check this out real quick, man.
Another shocking case of animal cruelty in Las Vegas, this time caught on camera.
It happened yesterday morning in broad daylight. You can see right there, the man carries the Chihuahua by the neck, then launches it into the dumpster.
So that dog is safe tonight and uninjured in a Henderson Animal Hospital. That's after it spent 24 hours trapped in the dumpster.
Kim Passoff has been following.
Can you imagine being inside of a trash can where you can't get out for 24 hours? Any type of box that you can't get out for 24 hours? Many of us wouldn't last 24 hours. We have an anxiety attack, or a heart attack. We wouldn't last 24 hours knowing you can't get out of some type of box. Let somebody put you in a box the size of a casket and nail you in there, and they didn't tell you that you're only going to be in there for 24 hours. They just put you in there and left. Imagine that.
In this case, Kim, what is the latest tonight in the investigation?
So we've learned tonight both Clark County Animal Protection Services and Metro Police are working together investigating this case, trying to track down the man caught on video dumping this dog, which rescuers say could have led to its death if it had not been found in time.
So we had an individual reach out to us that actually went to go throw away some garbage and came across a dog inside a dumpster.
That little 12-pound Chihuahua now being called a Treyu.
Now, I'm going to stop this right here, because this came to my mind real quick. When people do stuff like this crime here deserves a stiffer punishment than anybody who doing dog fighting. Dog fighting is not as serious as this. But where are the tree huggers at? Where are the people that love these pets at? The animal lovers, the animal activists. Peter, where are all these people at protesting and bringing all their manpower to stop stuff like this from happening? But nah, they focus on dog fighting while stuff like this go on every single day. I can give news articles with somebody dumping a dog in a trash can every single day.
Is doing much better, being cared for at Horizon Ridge Animal Hospital.
You could tell that this dog was absolutely shaken up. It spent over 24 hours in a dumpster.
9:14 a.m. Monday morning, West Sheila Avenue near Rancho in Cheyenne. A SUV pulls in front of a home and stops by the curb. The shirtless driver in red shorts gets out, leaving the door open, a small dog in one hand swinging by his side. As he walks.
Hold up, man. You mean to tell me He not even in his neighborhood. Man, folk deserve what they get when they get what they get. you know, uh, you pull over in somebody else's neighborhood, get out the car with a dog, and go throw him in the dumpster. You know, how many wrongs did he do right here? First wrong was throwing the dog in the dumpster. Second wrong was going in somebody else's neighborhood throwing your dog in the dumpster. You know, middle of broad daylight. This fella gets out of the car in broad daylight, swinging a dog just by the head or by the tail. That's going to automatically have everybody who looks out their window is going to automatically look at you from that point on.
In the bin and calmly walks back to the vehicle, one hand swinging by his side. As he walks toward an open dumpster, he then tosses the dog like a bag of trash in the bin and calmly walks back to the vehicle, gets in, turns the vehicle around, drives to the dumpster, and closes the lid before driving away, leaving the dog trapped inside.
This man is a monster. I don't care what this dog could have done. There is nothing that calls for an individual to take a dog by its neck and toss it in a dumpster.
Vegas Pet Rescue Project volunteers were called out to the neighborhood as the person who spotted Atreyu knew they had come to the rescue of another dog left trapped in a bin near a dumpster last summer.
The lady actually remembered Reba's story and felt like the place to reach out to was the rescue that dealt with Reba.
Y'all remember when we covered that story about Reba? You remember I showed y'all that bulldog that the brother threw in the dumpster. They talking about that now. That was a whole year ago, man. We own it, man. Let's go.
She reached out to us, sent us the video, and we jumped into action.
They are thankful in that 24 hours Atreyu was trapped. The daily high only reached 79 degrees, though it was likely hotter in the closed dumpster. When they rescued Reba last summer, it was 110 degrees that day, and Reba later died of a heat stroke.
This was a miracle this happened and that this dog was found prior to this dumpster being picked up.
As they've been fighting for justice for Reba, making sure those responsible for her death were found and held accountable, Vegas Pet Rescue Project is also now calling for justice for Atreyu.
Same as justice for Reba, we stuck through it. It took 6 months. If it takes us 6 months to find this individual, we will be on the lookout.
And Metro did not receive any calls from that area yesterday or today reporting the dog being dumped. So they really need the public's help. If you do recognize this man, call Metro Police or Crime Stoppers.
And based off the timing of this video, just as Reba's law was being revived in the state Senate yesterday morning, that's when Atreyu was being tossed into the dumpster.
And Reba's bill came about after the Clark County DA said the couple responsible for her death did not face a stiff enough penalty. Lawmakers are looking to change that this legislative session. State Assembly member Elaine Marzola is the vice chair of the Judiciary Committee. She said cases like this are why Reba's law is needed.
Now the judge has something that they can refer to that is in statute that they don't have an option, right? It falls under these categories. This person cannot own an animal. This person has to serve time. This person has to take certain classes. It's very much spelled out.
Marzola was called out by animal advocates over the weekend when Reba's bill failed to pass a crucial deadline, but the bill was revived by a legislative waiver. It still has some upcoming hurdles, some deadlines. It has to pass out of the Assembly next Tuesday.
For all my people who love pets, you may wondering what will make a man do that. Bad blow, bad dope, bad drugs, whatever he owns something. There's not no regular person jumps out their car, swinging the dog by the tail and throw him in a dumpster. But this next article, man, is a little more of it's a happy situation. A great thing happened in this next situation. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all brothers and sisters. Pull it up real quick.
The high desert of northern Arizona is unforgivable, especially overnight when temperatures drop and predators come out.
There were even 2 mountain lions spotted during the search last night.
These conditions are what 2-year-old Bowden Allen faced when he walked off his parents' property Monday and into the northern Arizona high desert. Yavapai County search and rescue teams jumped into action. But Megan Fitzgerald with the sheriff's office says cases like this don't usually turn out like they'd hope.
It's a rarity, so it is not every day that we get to sit here and talk about a happy ending where the child was safe and located.
But it was the four-legged loyal ranch dog, Buford, who found Bowden the next morning, 7 miles from home.
Going down the driveway, then my dog was sitting down there with the little kid, just brought him up from the horse pasture and brought him over to the gate and was just hanging out with him. So
His owner, Scotty Dutton, says the only explanation he can think of is Bowden followed the power line all the way to his property.
"You walk all night?" And he goes, "No, I slept under a tree." And I said, "Well, did my dog find you?" And he said, "Yep." Power line lines out right to his house 7 miles away. So
The sheriff's office says they can't explain how the 2-year-old walked 7 miles, but they're relieved he was found safe and in good spirits. As for Buford, he's back to work tonight, but not without a little reward.
oh, he's getting steak dinner tonight. My wife already said, yeah, no, he did a great job.
What I will say, 7 miles, little fella walked 7 miles, man, that's a hell of a long way to walk, for a grown person, 7 miles. And we talking about a child, but being he was in the desert, the the miles are going to look different. A mile is a mile regardless, but the miles are going to look different far as walking 7 miles in the city and 7 miles in the desert. He made 7 miles in no time, but 7 miles, that's a long way for that little fella. Uh, and you know, just the fact that a 2-year-old can do it, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, amazing ending though. Like I always say, man, PBK9s giving my brothers and sisters the dog news. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay legal out there, and I'm out.